Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm bringing you some Leo gameplay today. So, how it's going to work is this first battle will be the full battle, and then after that I've got a bunch of just Leo kills from the last few days that I've been playing. So ever since they brought out the new crew replenishment, whatever it's called, crew reinforcements, whatever, I've been going back re-spading some of my vehicles, and I actually got the Leo re-spaded in 2 days worth of battles. Now my Leo has a talisman on it, and I've got expert crew, and I have a premium account right now, so it went pretty quickly. So this is just this will be one of the best battles I had, and then a bunch of the kills that I had throughout that from battles that didn't turn out to be really video worthy. So first thing here, rolling up to the cap in force here. Conquest map, it's always best to try and get that cap first. You kind of force the enemy's hand if you can capture it first, so I always try to get to the cap if I can. And in this battle, with a fellow Leo and an M60 up there, it's definitely, we definitely rolled up in force and we did a good job of rolling right in and taking the cap. I was a little worried they were both going to stop right there at the point and not let me into the little bit of the circle, but they both did a good job of rolling in farther. And since the Leo has nice, good backward speed, I pulled in this way to cover this direction just in case an enemy came around the corner. So you can see us take the point pretty quickly here between the three of us. Always nice. And I pull up to this corner to just kind of sit back and watch that corner coming in case they come around here. And right about as I move a little bit, the M60 comes around the corner, so there's not really any point. And right here, didn't have time to do anything but take a snapshot. I figured if I waited any longer, that T62 was going to knock out my fellow Leo and then probably back up and get behind the corner. So I was very happy that the snapshot worked well there. Definitely saved my buddy Leo there. So with our guys, there's our M60, just got knocked out there by another T62. And he didn't shoot at the Leo, so I'm going to watch right here and assume that the T62 is also going to come around this corner and try to take the point back from us. And sure enough, in a moment, not to ruin the suspense or anything, but come on, T62. You know you can do it. Come on, you know the cap is open. You know you can roll right in. There he is. No, I didn't aim, but he got past me a little faster than I thought he was going to. So drop artillery up there to cover anybody else coming in, because I figure after I've killed two T62s right there, they know where I am. They're probably not going to come the same way. But if I drop artillery there, they're definitely going to get forced into a different direction. So I'm going to back around here and cover this angle again. And lo and behold, a wild T10 appears. I kind of blew my shot there. I should have waited another second because he wasn't aiming at me, but I thought I was going to punch through there and get into his fuel tank and his ammo, but I didn't. I should have waited a second and hit him in the pike nose. So pull back around here in case he realizes where the hit came from and decides to try and flank around on me. He doesn't do so, and I see on the mini-map that our Leo Black Rhino up there has got a heavy engaged real close on him. And then as I pull up, a beautiful side shot on the turret of an IS-3. And then look at this. Screened out by my own kill cam. I did not see that T-54-47 because it was hidden inside the kill cam. That was... I can't even be mad. That was like a hilarious way to die. So come back in my AR-234C to get some air support in, try to defend, keep them from taking the A point, which they're already doing because, of course, the guy that killed me is the one who's on the A point. And on this map, it drives me crazy. You start 16 kilometers back from the battle, and you start at such a slow speed with these airplanes, you can't get to the battle and anything quickly. And if you die on the cap, the enemy will have it capped out, and they will be moving away from the cap before you can get back to it. And that's... yeah, maybe they should be rewarded for it, but you should be able to get back there and affect some kind of a defense on the cap, too. So I usually will dive down and get to ground level just to build up speed as much as I can, and then right as I come up to the point, let my team know I'm coming in with bombs, ask them to mark targets with gunfire so that I can see them without having to look at the map, since the map doesn't work the same. And then I climb up, pop up a little bit to get a diving angle on them, and then zoom in And sadly, on this first pass, I don't see anything either moving or being marked until right up here at the end, at the last second. Too close and too late. I don't think if I'd have tried to drop on that ZSU, if I'd have yanked my nose over towards him, I would have just flung the bombs way off into the distance and not even come close. So, as much as I hate going past the ZSU-57 and then coming back around again in a bomber, that's what I chose to do. Now, Manlius Torquatus here has actually hit him and lit him up for me. And then I noticed, but I figured he was going to put the fire out. So I did drop on him. And I'm just as happy that he got destroyed by my teammate. And it was a waste of my 2 bombs. Although that does kind of hurt to drop 2 of your 3 bombs on a target and not have it do anything. But I'm not going to be mad about a ZSU-57 getting killed by anybody. So I see this other AAA firing up here. Managed to locate him. This time I'm lined right up on him. He's right on a bit of a hill there, but I did drop it just right. Close enough to kill him. And then as I pull around, there's a P-63 that just buzzed overhead. I don't know if you saw it. And I'm going to pretty much pull right up into the sun. I don't know that Guycom is going to see the P-63 coming, but he's turning around on me. So I go right head up into engage him, and now while I didn't hit him there, in a way, I did take him out of the battle because he flew right into the ground. I forced him into a maneuver he couldn't recover from. As he rolled over and dove straight down at me, he compressed and flew right into the ground. So even though I didn't actually shoot him down myself, I did take him out of the battle. So you may not always be able to kill an enemy fighter, but you can take them out of the battle sometimes if you can outmaneuver them. So I'm kind of wasting time up here in my Emirado. I'm not gonna bother trying to get back home to land and get bombs. The runway is way short on this map. So I'm just gonna mark a target for the team, and then I decide to just J out and get back into a tank and come help them either recap A, or since they're about to recap it, help them defend it. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Get up to altitude where I can drop the parachute, save myself a little bit of repair cost, and then come back on my JPZ. Now watch on the minimap, right as I'm about to spawn, an enemy is going to get highlighted up there in the north, near our spawn. There he is. That's what our plane was just strafing and lit him up. So I'm going to turn around and head back that way, because I figure at this point we've got A captured and this guy's trying to go for our spawn. So I'm going to come back as the only person coming out of our spawn and head directly that way. And I mark it there just to let everybody know where I saw him. And I'm going to head that way to try and keep him from coming into our spawn, at least to fight it out a little bit and warn our team. There's quite a bit of fighting going on down there in the south, coming off of their cap. And they just knocked out our M60. So basically we have nobody up near A right now. And there they are. They've moved in and they've started capping it. Now I don't see the guy who was marked over here. And I don't know if maybe he drove across and went up there onto that ridge to camp out and just camp our spawn. I don't see him, and I don't think he could have gotten there that quickly without me spotting him going up that hill. So I'm going to head up this way and just move towards A and hope that I spot him off to the right or the left or something. So as we slowly climb through this mucky, whatever, quicksand mud here that slows you down to nothing on this map. There they are, taking A. And, oh, lo and behold, we found him. And there we go. Sorry about that, Mad Max. I'm just glad you weren't actually going for our spawn, really. It does look like he was heading for A to help them hold it or to cap it, so I will not call him a spawn raping scrub, because I don't think that's what he was doing. Now coming up here I make kind of a huge mistake, and I knew better when I did it, but I was more focused on trying to get to A. Now watch over here where these burning tanks are to the right, and watch for the shadow. See that shadow coming down behind the burning tank on the right? I saw it. I saw it when I was playing this game live, and as I'm pulling up here, I don't see anything, and I'm like, okay, never mind, I'm just going to go into A. I must have just been seeing something, or it was smoke, or whatever. Well, it wasn't just smoke. It was a ZSU-37. He pulled in and hid behind the burning tank, and he didn't show up somewhere. I did see his shadow come down, but I blew it. I drove right past him. Initially, I was going to come in with the Horton here, but I decided I'm better off probably. I know I've got the ZSU-37 to fight. I can destroy the ZSU-37 with my Curleon. And I also can capture the point again if I need to take the point back. So that's why I switched. And right as I'm calling out the ZSU-37 for the team, he gets bombed out by the B-57. So never mind. So as my Panther chassis slowly makes its way up the hill again.
Attention to the designated green zone.
B-57 takes out a T-34-100 beautifully. I've got a squad mate up here in a Leo. That's very nice. That should be a fairly decent little teamwork ability opportunity rather here for the 37 mils. Now, I don't know what I was hitting right there. There aren't rocks or bunkers or whatever bricks or anything right in front of that T-34 or T-44 that I was shooting at there, but I couldn't hit him. So I can see him up there. I can see him pretty easily. See his turret sticking up. And there are actually rocks. They were just behind all the bushes. But I can't really do anything in this Panther chassis. He's going to destroy me if I pull out in front of this rock. So all I can really do is get stuck on the rock, of course, because why would my tank not just grind along the rock and move off it? But all physics aside, drive up here, and as soon as I get a shot on him, he's just waiting on me and nails my turret crew. So all I can do after that, somehow I survive the second shot coming back. And I can at least get artillery up on him. And the ZSU-57 too just killed my squad mate in the Leo next to me, so this is very bad. Very, very bad. I don't know where the ZSU-57 is. I never did end up seeing him. And now I've got a 45-second repair on my tracks and engine and transmission and everything. I'm taking hits. And I'm in a slowish, relatively slow vehicle trying to get up a hill with a 45-second repair. And there's a mouse coming up behind me. We're just going to run out of time here. Between my repair time and that T-44 up there, we just don't have time to get into A and take it out. Once my squad mate in the Leo got taken out, we pretty much had lost that one. So again, 16 clicks back, even in a jet fighter. Just not gonna get up to the battle in any time to do anything. And I like this battle. I thought our team did pretty well. It was a well fought, hard fought battle right up to the end. We had a chance up to the very end. We did pretty good, especially since a lot of our team got knocked out pretty early. But I did like the battle, even though we lost. I thought our team did pretty good. And then battle trophy. Yay! Look, it's the Wheel of Poverty again. So close to having something meaningful, but just always so far away. That's all right. I'll take 15,000 lions. All right. So I'll let you guys watch the normal score reports here, and then we'll get into the Leo kill compilation from the last few days as well after that. Okay, so this first one looks astonishingly familiar from the last battle, but it's not the same as the last battle. It was the battle right after it. We did get the same map, and I did do the same thing, drive up and capture the point, although this was domination, not conquest. I was by myself this time at this point, so... I can hear an IT-1 ripping away here. There's also a Rakuten Jagdpanzer ripping away. Pull up around the corner to blast that IT-1 and see a second IT-1. Man, it always feels good to kill an IT-1. It just does. So beautiful. Always happy.
Excellent.
Now here we have another conquest battle. Normally I will always try to go and cap, like I said, I'll always try to go cap the point in conquest as quickly as I can to force the enemy into trying to go after it. However, this time I got so far out ahead of my team that I decided I'm not going to be the only one. I'm not going to offer myself up as the sacrificial lamb on the altar here and just be the first person to die. So I went up to ring around it, and sure enough, as I come up here, lo and behold, unfortunately, I did not get my aim on the ZSU-57 reliably enough here, but I'll take out the Su-122 instead and then go find... So I'm trying to hunt down... This is the same battle. I'm trying to hunt down that ZSU-57. I get up on this little top of this hill over here, and I can hear somebody moving over here. I had already heard the engine rumble a little bit. I can't see him. I don't want to go driving down below these trees and have him be camping there waiting on me. There he is. You can hear his engine again. You can actually see him in the trees back there if you know where to look. Just a moment, you'll see him move already. So I'm going to use my artillery to kind of flush him out a little. And there he is. You can see him up there to the upper left. I actually did think it was the ZSU-57 still, although you can see it's a 37 here. Kaboom! Now here, if you look at the chat, you'll notice the same question I get all the time. I'll just say it again, once again. No, my name does not have anything to do with the Orange Doom. I've been using Orange Fan as a name since about 2003 for online video games. It's completely unrelated. I just throw it out there again. Also, I like killing T-10s. That other T-10 next to me actually, right there, actually got killed by the guy next to me there too. Now this one, here's an example just to show everybody that I'm not always by myself, doing everything by myself. Far from it. It's always great to have teamwork. I just barely rushed my shot there and didn't hit the shot directly down, dead down the middle on the pike nose on that T-10, like I should have. But I did somehow survive his counter shot. And if you look on the mini-map, watch my teammate rolling up into position here, doing an excellent flanking job on that T-10. Now the T-10 breaks my track, he thinks he's got me, he just drives right into a beautiful position from Jacob. Thank you, Jacob52741. Very much appreciated. Now I'm hoping to return the favor on somebody coming up here over the top of the hill, and then I look back this way and suddenly, Captain Situational Awareness blows right past me. Works for me, and then I get hit by anti-tank guided cancer. Now this battle was pretty funny. Speaking of anti-tank guided cancer, I'm going to have a duel with an IT-1 here that you guys might find annoying and boring, or you might find kind of entertaining. So here again, Conquest map, again, I'm way out in front of my team, and decide I'm just going to sit here, hold down this point, wait for the team to get up here and help me take A back. If I get up there a little bit further, I'm just going to get hit and be just out in the open, completely unsupported, and have no chance of surviving. So I park it down in this little, I don't know, shell crater, I guess. Muddy little revetment here, hole. And I'm just waiting for the team to catch up to me, who are all mostly just parked back there for now. Just scanning back and forth, watching all the possible avenues of approach, waiting for a T-62 or something to come rolling up and try to push past A and hold our team way back there, which is the obvious way to hold the conquest point. Capture it, then roll past it, and make the front line of the battle happen so that the capture point is behind your front line. And there we are. I've spotted the IT-1 here. He shoots the missile right over me. I can see him in the binoculars from the commander view, but I can't see him in the gunner view. I can just barely see his radio antenna mast sticking up. Now I figure in at any moment here, he's going to readjust and find a lower spot he can shoot, but he doesn't. He puts another one right over me.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
It's actually kind of funny, because I'm starting to think, like, he actually can't hit me from where he is. Not without exposing himself a lot more. He can't traverse his missile launcher down low enough. I still can't get a shot on him either. I'm trying to just hit him with a machine gun and mark him here, and then try to move my artillery in. He puts another missile off, which misses high. I try to get my artillery to where I can hopefully hit him or distract him or scare and chase him off so I can move out of this position, because I really can't do anything here either. He's continuing to try and put shots on me. And then I was already waiting for him to shoot again so I could move and get up out of here while he reloaded. I figured I had just enough time. I do have a buddy trying to help me here, as you can see in the chat. So I wasn't alone here again. My team did come up and try to support me. They could see me getting rockets fired at me, so they were trying to help me. So I do move up, and then I know that at some point the IT-1 is going to notice that I'm not there anymore, and he's going to either move up to the left, where he can try to see me, or he's going to come around here, and there he is. He's coming around looking for me here. Somehow, my Heat FS deflects off the bottom of his lower glacis. I don't know how that was possible. I hoped he was going to try and just blast around the corner and get a missile off at me, and hope that he would be the one faster on the trigger, but he doesn't. He's a pretty patient customer. He pulls up and just waits. He's just going to wait for me. He's happy to stalemate. I'm not so happy to stalemate because we don't have the capture point. So I'm trying to get somebody to come up here and help me from the side off to my right, or to come around the buildings there on the other, off there to the right and get a shot on this guy, or even just come and get a shot straight on. You can see him waiting. He's trying to get a view at my team back past me as well with his missile launcher there. So I'm just trying to watch and see when his turret points away from me. He's trying to get himself into a good position where he can either pop one at me or pop one at my teammates back behind me. I know he knows I'm here because I've moved enough that he should have been able to hear my engine. So he's fired a shot there at my team. And before he can reload, I'm able to pop out and finally destroy him. The team did help me. The team did drag him out to where he fired at them, so my team did move up. It took them a little bit, but they did move up and help me. And I thank them. I will, any chance I get, I will thank my teammates and acknowledge my teammates for doing a good job of helping me out, or saving my bacon, or making a good teamwork-related move like capturing a point, or picking a fighter off my tail if I'm in a plane or whatever. So I'm well inside the capture point. I'm not capturing it. Obviously, there's an enemy here. I did just see some fire going on, and here we go. Come up around. Find a T-62. He's all that was holding their point for them. And we start capping. The team did a very good job of moving up with me here. A couple more Leos pull up, cover either side. So I'm just going to drive up in the middle to where I can kind of point my gun down either side and help either one of them. I did kind of have this guy blocked off if he needed to reverse in a hurry. But it was better than leaving my butt hanging out there in the wind for anybody to shoot at. So we cap it, and now I know 3 or 4 of us right here. Big, juicy, giant target for bombing. So I bailed out. This is the same battle a little bit later. And while this will end up not being a kill, this is a really good example of teamwork working together. Now, right up there where I'm looking now, I just saw a shadow move from left to right back behind that opening in the building. So I'm going to charge it and try to get around that building to the right. Right there in that opening to the left is where I saw him.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
So just kind of watching for enemies down here to the right at all. And hoping to pop around, use these rubble piles here as a little bit of a screen for myself. And I expected to see somebody right around here, around this opening of the building, and I didn't. But since there's nobody over there in the open, and I've got friendlies coming right up there in front of me, double check to make sure nobody went back towards their cap, and come around the corner. Bingo, found him. And my teammate in the Chieftain happily takes advantage. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for checking it out. We'll see you guys next time.